Hello again, friends. Your violin teacher here. And every violin player should know how to play Happy Birthday. So linked in the description below, you will find some sheet music to Happy Birthday. It is actually in the key of C, but I'm going to play it, I think, in the key of G, okay? So I'll play a simplified version, and then I'm going to show you how I kind of fancy it up a little bit for fun. So, starting on the D, so that's pretty easy, right? Just place the 1, open it up, then hit the 3, and then the 2 right behind it. Let's try that again. All right, then we're going to start the next part just like that. And this time go to the A and then hit the 3. All right, a third time we'll start it. This time hitting the 3. 1, 3, 2. Go down a stepwise fashion. Now hold that 1 and place the 2 on A right next to it. All right, let me play through it one more time for you. Now for my fancy version, you will need to be comfortable with some double stops. That should be pretty easy. I add a few little kind of noodles, and then I pizzicato at the end with a chord double stop kind of thing. So I want to start with the last part where I do the chord because that's the hardest part. You won't have time to set your bow down or even drop it in your fist, which is probably not a good idea anyway to do that right in this piece. So what I want you to do is, this is a great piece just to practice this, is to keep your bow grip but point your finger. So you're maintaining contact right here with the bow, if you can see. It's just kind of laying there, but I'm pointing my finger. All right. Now what most people who are going to try this have a hard time with is getting this feeling that the bow hair is going to touch the strings and mess up your pizzicato. That's not going to happen. Even if your bow hair touches, your finger is going to pluck the string. So it doesn't matter if there's a little bit of contact between the bow hair, because you're going to pull the strings and the bow is going to immediately come away. So just practice plucking over the fingerboard with this kind of a bow grip to get yourself ready for the double stops that I do at the end. And make the motion go sort of outward. So don't pull back like this, but push out. Push out so you're throwing it out. And we do this a lot in other pieces, so this is a great place to get used to this idea of pointing, plucking the strings over the fingerboard, dropping down, kind of make a circle going downward, down and a back, down and back, out and in, and return. Okay, now let's try it on 4 strings. So I'm going to turn around so you can see I'm coming down sort of further away from the bridge as I approach the E string. Tossing it out to you. All right, and even if the bow hair touches the string. Now, what people usually do when they are kind of even subconsciously fearful of that is that they turn and try to pluck the string on the side of the finger, and listen to the sound that gets. It's very fingernaily, okay? So So try to keep your finger loose and just let it get into the string and really see. It's a nice, better sound, isn't it? It's a more rich kind of a sound than just the part of the fingernail and the finger going. So don't turn your bow hair away from the strings. Try to keep the finger touching on the pad. So all of that for this ending. So 1 on E is for the first 3 strings. And then I move the 1 on A, the one that is on E, over to the A. Right there. And I put the 2 next to it on the E. So you're making a chord right there, see? And then the bottom part of the chord is just open strings. So I'm going to do it all in one motion. Alright, so here's the ending. So we're going to do that instead of... Okay, so if you just add that, it'll be kind of funny. And most people really enjoy that. So now this video is going to get long, I can see that. But that's okay, because we're going to have fun with this. So as I begin, now instead of playing just the 3, I'm going to put a chord right after. I'm going to start 3, but I'm going to put 2. So you can try to hit 2 strings at once and then go down a step. So you've got 1 and 2 on G and D. See that? So I went here first, 2 on G and 3 on D, half step apart. And then I move the 2 over to the D, and I place the 1 a whole step away. So here's what that sounds like. Let's see if I can turn it so you can see it in action here. Alright, so that's a good challenge for you. Let's hear how that sounds now. Okay, now in the next segment, which is also happy birthday to you, we're going to add some other chords. Easy, 2 strings open. Then go back to that 3-2 chord on the G. All right, now let's do the next phrase. And we're not going to do chords on that one, we're going to do little triplets. So what I did on the basic tune, which is 3-2-1 on the D, I did a little note above it and came back to it. Then I did 2, little note above it, came back to it. Then a trill on the 1. Now that 1 is already set, so I'm going to put the 2 on A and leave it a chord. Again, walk under. So you've got 1 on A now and open D. Go back to that 3-2 on the G. And here your hand is ready for the pizzicato. All right, let's hear it from the beginning. Then I like to add a little funny thing at the end, and many more. Remember how we sing that? And that's a low 2 on the D, and you can mix it up with an open G. All right, so here's the and many more. And that's just a tremolo at the end where you make your bow shiver. Okay, I hope that helps you enjoy many, many happy birthdays.